Inferno. Mirage, it's 8 and 7, so they do play it a lot. But Nuke is going to put a pin in that conversation for now. It's going to be an ace site outside yard, actually, play from BHOP, potentially going for a heaven wrap or even a split towards Ram. No, they're going down secret instead, and Stan long range with the Glock is going to tap down Slight. No response just yet, and Beaky's on that lurk toward ladder, towards coat room. There's a lot of space he can gain as the bomb ends its way down towards B. There is one here that is Stamina. He has utility and he's stuck in dark. Rex actually come through and helped out big time. Stamina gets the drop on one, but is beleaguered, and he is put down. Silas going to be the one to put him in the grave, and that's a big miss there for Strife. That was a big opening they needed. Fates gets dropped by Sixy, who gets shredded out by Joels, but it's a 1v3. Now would be a 1v4 overall if Joels is able to come up with this one. Bomb is ticking away. No kit for him. No utility as well. Good post-plant positions. One towards ramp, one on the catwalk, one out towards decontamination. Joel's too many different angles to peek, too many different angles to take, and this one doesn't look likely for him as the Canadians going to be running out of options here very quickly. BHOP are going to take that pistol on their map pick.
Nice shot from Joels, but it's just going to be a little too late. So it's going to be the round here for BHOP. Able to take this down. Joels takes down a couple more bodies before it's all over. Gets himself a nice little 3K. Not going to matter though, but BHOP showing us out what they can do. And the one thing we didn't really get to talk about really quickly, Boggs, was that, I mean, I guess for BHOP, you know, when they played Carpe Diem on this map, I think it was even us, actually. I feel a little bad we missed this, but it was an overtime game, and not one, not two, but three. 3 overtimes. It was a 22-20 game. So BHOP, you know, being able to test a team like Carpe Diem, that's a pretty big feat. And I mean, they've only played this again 3 times collectively in the last little while. They actually are 2-1 like you mentioned, so that's a good note. Whereas in Strife, let's talk about Strife. I mean, they played pain twice, and it's been painful games.
Yeah, it's always a painful time playing against Pain. They're a very good squad, and they're always just very strong on it. Strife calling a timeout, though, off of the back of that pistol round loss. A bit interesting, I would say. But we'll figure out there's something Strife have in mind as they're going for a pretty heavy force. Joels has picked up an M4A1. Eagles on the rest aside from a scout on sliding in for stamina. They want the defuse potential. BHOP have gone for the Galils all the way through here. They want to make sure they can secure this round. Plenty of utility too. BHOP are coming for the jugular. They want a solid T-sided start. Actually, Strife CT side a little bit holy here. Not quite Swiss cheese, but a little porous. 47.4% win rate on CT side. It's not quite what you'd like to see, and this is something BHOP are going to try and take advantage of. Full space gained out towards ramp room in the meantime. This, at least right now, is setting up to be another BHOP round.
Yeah, they have so much map control, so this is huge. I mean, wreck though! Oh my goodness! Put 60 to sleep. That's a good shot, so a good start already. BHOP, though, being very quiet. Again, Rek only knows there's one player that he's taken out so far. I don't think he was able to get that cue that the other one's being here, but you can see Spermy now is going to lead this charge. He's going to see what he can do. He's got the Galil in hand. Rek now playing in a little bit of a lower ramp position. It's a good off angle that he can play. Now the nades are coming in. The molly's going to be commenced. Now they should be expecting him to be here. His shots are fired, and he gets overwhelmed. So there we go. BHOP now should be able to get this plant in, but Fates is close on by. Stamina as well. Oh my god. Oh, Stamina. He's able to find one more, but he gets caught with an 8-out.
That's a big shot, but it's not going to matter too much in the end of things unless Fates can come up with a couple. It's the chest shot, but not the head he needed. Joels, in the meantime, brings this to a 1v2. Stralis planted. He does not have the kit, though, and that's a bit of a problem. His time is ticking away. The doors go open, but now they know where he is. They know he's not on the bomb, and he has to fight his way out of the situation now. Time is ticking. It's going down, down, down. And Joels might not even get out of here alive. He'll have to escape to the ramp box if he wants a chance at survival. He's booking it out. Spermy will survive, and BHOP will grab a second round. Joels does a good amount of damage, but not enough for a kill yet again, and he'll keep himself alive yet again, too, as we'll see him surviving 5-0, but problem is, no rounds on the board for his side.
Yeah, man, you can stat pat that way if you want, but it's not benefiting. There's no rounds being gained here for Strife, but I mean, they're doing the damage, right? They're taking down bodies. They're making them close rounds as much as they can, but BHOP are the ones that are prevailing. So they got themselves that 2-0 lead, and like you said, Joel's is going to be the only player on the field on the CT side with the rifle. It's just going to be light pistols across here with just a couple deagles, too. Go a little heavier. We'll see what else BHOP can do. And I'm liking the play from them. There's a lot of discipline so far early on. You can see a lot, more of a methodical takes on these. They're not just over-aggressing, not careless. Seems to be a lot of focus on the lobby crunches, though.
Right now, though, BHOP definitely having the advantage in strategy, but right now the kills are going the way of Strife. A couple pistols shining through, making a second for Fates, but in comes the MAC-10 of Silas, bringing it to level footing in a 2v2 as Spermy chimes in as well, but the damage is big, and Slight gets an angle. He's got the headshot, and so does Joel's have Silas. A round on the board for Strife that they have nothing going into it. Upgraded pistols, a little bit of armor and some utility, but the A-pop goes astray, and BHOP fall victim to the #1 potency in Counter-Strike. Pistols holding a sight.
I almost spat on my tea. I was just watching this and I'm like, no, this cannot be happening. And I mean, BHOP, I said they played methodical. Well, I might take that one back a little bit. They tried to go for the inner crunch. It wasn't able to work out. But now they're a little heated. They're going to put some pressure on the Ram. But look at this, Joel. He's able to fall back already.
Look at that
so
damage.
now BHOP are able to make their control of the ramp, but they made their presence known now. But look at how Strife have been able to reposition themselves. They have the Opper on outside of CT red box. Jules is already getting in the better position. It's going to be the question of what BHOP want to do with this map control. Do we want to see them wrap around, maybe even try to get a bit of a pinch on the heaven? Do they go back into the lobby? There is a few options here, though, Boggs.
There are quite a few options. They did take a great amount of damage running through a Molotov thrown by Joel's on his retreat from ramp room. That is something to be known that, well, running through Molotovs doesn't exactly make things easier on you. Luckily, it was the pistol players that took the brunt of that damage. Silas and the Glil only done to 88. These guns that Strife have in their hands, the rifles can mow them down easier. 60 though with the opener. Beaky falls as Joel's gets 2, but 60 puts him down as well. Danny's Deagle, always deadly. The bomb's going to go down Astralis plant. Fate's moving in now around the smoke of Spermy. It's going to come down to a bit of timing here. Is Spermy going to get seen? Is Fate's going to catch the timing? Is he going to run into him? Brings to a flash, but there goes Spermy. Slight trades, but there's another one around the door. Slight taking shots, not connecting yet. Waiting for Rec to come through and reinforce, but Rec has been felled by 60. Leaving it all down to Slight on an op, and he's thinking better of this retake. BHOP answering back with pistols of their own. And Slight has conceded the round. 3-1 now. BHOP 3 out of 4 on the T side. You can't even say it's just off the back of pistols, because this round was a pistol round win for them up against the full buy of Strife. The guns didn't really even factor in. Spermy's Khalil only getting 1. The rest was all Danny on the Deeg. That's just the kind of X-Factor play that 60 can bring to a team, and why I was excited to see how he would fit in on this BHOP roster.
Yeah, so far it's looking really good. I mean, 60's doing a good job. I mean, he's only got the 4 kills, but again, he's gotten some of those big impact kills where he's able to get the first opening duel, or even able to just get, a bunch of information that's been gained so far. But now we're going to see Strife again back on the rifles. They still have that off. Oh, the molly. Oh, Stamina just hitting the back of his teammate. BHOP getting ready now. Joel's going to push on through again. And we can see Joel's has actually switched up his position, so now he's going to push through the hallway. He's going to go on top of the stairs. Now it's coming in for the inner crunch one more time. This is going to be the lead charge. The MAC-10s. Rex made his presence. He's able to find 1, though. So no multi-frags available yet here for Strife. BHOP, and that's going to be Silas finding another. Finally, the op has been able to make its connection. Beaky gets the flashes in. It's a 2-on-3 now, so BHOP are just down to the remaining players, but that's going to be Beaky now by himself. A 1-on-2. The bomb is dropped. He's got over a minute left on the clock. Not able to retrieve this yet here, Boggs, but he might be able to grab it, but he's going to have to move quickly.
Got to go fast. And Joel's not. Oh, that's a good eye by Slight, just moving around through garage. I was wondering if Joel's going to be the one to get the job done, as he was the one who dropped the bomb playing from under the vent. Slight on the op, coming up big for Strife. There they go, answering back. That's going to be a half buy again from BHOP? No, they're going to force. They're going to go all in. had success in a round similar to this a couple of rounds ago. They're going to try their hand at it one more time. This time 60 on the AK and not on the hand cannon. A fast A pop again, this time maybe event drop, as in they go. Rex spray down one, and they've stalled back. They've thought better of it, but they have lost a player, and that's a bit of a blow. Joel's on the MP9 up close and personal. They all have armor, though, so it's not going to be as much of a shredder as it would be otherwise. Slight retreating in towards J-Hall, keeping an eye on the cross as well with the op in hand. It'd be a bit of a distraction setup for Joel, so just tucked behind the boxes, keeping his opper's cross covered. Not really holding for an aggressive peek. BHOP, though, thinking better of the ramp take. Back towards the A side, perhaps. Considering they only have one smoke to work with now, this take is going to have to be blistering, and they're going to have to rely on a little bit of luck and some headshots.
Yeah, especially with the weapons that they have, too. I mean, they got the smoke still available from Slight. Look at Beaky, man. He's got this lineup. Oh, we can't see him yet. Oh, he's almost able to find that kill. Recto wins it. So now it's just a full mop-up. Some freshly ground meat from BHOP, and now we have ourselves a tie game, and I believe there was all players from Strife that were able to survive that, so in terms of the money, they're looking in a good spot, and now we're going to be seeing the 2,400 loss bonus going to be activated here for BHOP. Not going to be enough for them. They're all sitting just at that, you know, unfortunate 2,000 mark. So we'll probably just see a Glock round.
Glocks. They can work. It's happened before. Not this round, though, perhaps, as Fates will take down the first. Nice little headshot on E and some damage on Silas. Fates spams away, and we'll get the second. Joel's farming some cash, runs out of ammo and life. Stamina will finish the job, and Joel's will finally be free from the MP9 that he's had for the last 3 rounds. But Strife have gained a lead. That's something that I think is a little bit of a shock considering how this game started in BHOP after answering back with a half-buy of their own. Just getting shut down 3 straight from that moment. Almost seemed to have woken Strife up. It's not just the Joel show anymore. Slide's Op is having some impact. Rex chiming in. Fates is having a show as well. BHOP back on guns. But it seems that their strategy has kind of gone out the window a little bit, Laz, in that 3-4 rounds in, Strife have a really good read on what the T's want to do.
Yeah, I mean, Strifes just seem that they always seem to get that ramp control where they just go for the inner push quite aggressively, but we haven't really seen too much variety yet. The utility's still quite a bit here. They got the 3 smokes, sorry, 4. Math's hard. Slight going to be inside of secret stairs on the top, and he couldn't be able to find this. Smoke going to be blocking off Spermy, but that's going to be Stanislaw. He's taken out, so now Spermy waiting patiently. See if he can find it, but no, it's going to be Slight that he's able to find 2. So now, BHOP with no trade. Nothing in the bag here. Leaving it just down to a 3-on-5. They not even be able to get any map control at all. Look at where they are now, Boggs. They're restarting this plan.
Restarting with 40 on the clock. This is a risky business operation from BHOP. The other problem, too, the fact that Slight was able to pull that off in secret, that should never happen. Should have that trade against the op. It wasn't there. And Strife now trying to minimize their casualties, build up a bank, but there comes 6Z, and this is the X Factor. He's on the rifle. And he becomes a very dangerous player for the side of Strife to deal with. A lower push coming in, though. Time is very low, and Joel's is just going to tuck in and try and play stop the plant. He'll spam through, and then they'll cross. Now they can get the bomb down, but the time, it's so low. Stamina's got 1. The bomb has not gone down. Now it will in the nick of time, but it's all down to Danny, and he is dead. Defuse comes through. Only 1 casualty for Strife. That's Fates to fall, and overall, the money's going to be good for them coming to the next round. Bomb plant will get another buy-up for BHOP. But it seems that they're just losing too many people too early on, and they're not really able to get anything going. They're not able to get any momentum, any map control. Timeout could be on the cards here for BHOP, and it might be a good call.
Yeah, if we don't see it this round, we definitely want to see it this next one. I mean, again, this is just going to be the pistol with the utility purchased. And what we saw before is they like to go for those inner hits, and this might be one of those rounds now. The squeaky door going to pop open, Beaky going to throw the 1 smoke. Lots of utility being burned from here from Strife. And that's kind of what you want if you're BHOP. You want to see how much utility the CTs can burn right away. Now the smoke wall is going to be commenced as well. It's going to allow them to go outside, and Fate's now the new European talent going to be tested. Throws a nice nade, not able to find anything. What, 3 damage on Silas? Little teaser.
Little teaser. Another bit of utility used towards this A push, but Silas gets the opener. Fates has a line if he sprays away, converts for 2, but stamina falls in the meantime, and Fates is in the red, 14 HP. Problems are rising now for Strife. This is a 3v3, and this is where the pistols can hold down well. Slight stuck in heaven with the AWP. Drops that retake smoke onto the paint bucket. That's also going to reveal his position. He'll drop down, but still the sound cues there. Joel tosses in the HE. That's going to chunk down Beaky. That's a great nade, softening up a key player. But Stan's AK strikes onto Joel's, and now Slide's trying to go through. It's all BHOP, and another half-buy victory for them. Considering, again, how the initial kills worked out for Strife, BHOP made something out of nothing. That's a big round win. Now it's almost Strife's turn to call a timeout, because it's another round where they necessarily shouldn't be losing. And they have. That's 2 to the half-buys. Those add up very quickly, especially when you're on the CT side.
Yeah, no, it's a 1 play from Fates, too. I mean, it was just a little bit of a missed timing, but him not peeking that allowed those players to get inside a mini, and then they were able to just pounce onto that player. He was able to get a double kill, yeah, but again, when you kind of give up that timing, it can change things around, and even Stan was able to get underneath from ramp, underneath heaven, and he's able to find himself some pretty big impactful kills. But now BHOP getting ready for the outside. Fates is going to redeem himself. He finds the IGL of BHOP, takes him out. So all the utility available here for BHOP. Oh, a nice peek from Stamina, sorry. He's able to go for the swing. He's able to make it. Gets himself a second now. Looking for the third, and he's able to make it happen. He's just mopping the floor up here from BHOP. And it's now just down to Beaky. A 1-on-5 situation with a minute left. Do we see it happen? A tough situation to be in here, Boggs.
Yeah, 1v5s are never easy. But one thing to mention on that note is the fact that Strife have really minimized their casualties in the rounds they've won, keeping it to about 1 or 2 at maximum, which is great for that CT economy. As you can see, they had a full invest into this round, and they still have plenty of cash left over. And Joel's will win that duel clean. Flawless victory against the Guns, and even a little bit of BM coming in from Joel's. That's some nice work there for him, and we'll see if Strife can even build on that. Is this the timeout from BHOP? I do believe it is. Yes, timeout finally called by BHOP. Was postponed a little bit because of their half-buy win, but this is now the time to use it. They have enough for a full buy, although utility's going to be... Wait. Hold on. Look at this buy. It's bizarre.
Ooh.
A Galil, no utility, an op, an AK, a Deagle, and another Galil perhaps? No, Tech 9 full util.
And we were questioning that too, if even 60 was going to pick up the op. So maybe the frustration of these rounds and how they're kind of losing them, he wants to see, and he knows his confidence. And I'm all for it. And I mean, the purchase is a little weird. It's a little unorthodox, I'll say, right? But I mean, like you said, they've been able to convert some, you know, light pistol rounds in their favor. So who's not to say they can't do it with these kind of weapons too, Box?
Yeah, I mean, I can't say that it's going to be a bad necessarily showing here from BHOP, given their recent successes with the half-buys and the forces. But it's still a little peculiar, especially with the op on T-side Nuke. It could be a counter, though, to Slight. That's a big nade, though, thrown onto the BHOP player's outer yard already. Molotov to hold back the push in towards Secret. And a little bit of outer yard control now. Fate sitting around credits. Gets the first. Flips back towards the garage. Peaks. Slight keeping an eye on his cross. And down goes 62. Stamina will fall, but Fates is still here. He's got one on a plate, and he'll eat up another. Leaving it all down to Beaky. Alone out towards lobby. And he'll be kicked out of here soon enough, surely. There he goes, walks into sight. Finished off by Wreck. That's a solid anti-force there from Strife, especially considering how much map space BHOP were able to gather there off the back of the timeout. Now they'll be on a half-buy, surely. No rifles coming out for the T-side.
No, surely not. And I mean, this is the thing, too, is earlier on, BHOP looked like they were quite warmed up. And I mean, now Strife, Getting a second win. They're feeling a lot better now with a 7-4 scoreline. Getting themselves in a position to win this half. One more round will definitely do it. BHOP's still going to be in contention here for Slight. He's actually been able to maintain that for quite some time. Tech-9s and Deagles available here for BHOP. And back to a bit of a default situation as well. Back to the outside, the old faithful. I don't even know it's been faithful. Spermie's going to win that fight, though.
Boy.
Okay, takes down Fates. That's a big pickup. A little unexpected. But now look at all this map possession he's going to be able to get. So now Strife, they have to react to this. They have to change their positioning here with only the 4 players remaining. And you got the others on the back of ramp. Spermie not able to win that fight, so now Stamina, he's got all the information. He knows they're not there, but look at this. Oh, this could be huge.
This could be absolutely massive here. It's all about the space and the time. They're going in, but Rex shut one down. They drop through, and Sixy tries to take the Deagle shots, but they will not connect. Rex pushing on, trying to keep them off the site. Beaky gets a dink, but he gets dumped. And now it's all down to Stan. Rex got the Tech-9 out now, and he will win that one. That's a big round there for Rex, a 4K for him. And only one casualty again. That was the opening kill from Spermie, and Strife are rolling pretty now. 8-4 up. It's going to be another buy up here from BHOP. But Strife are getting more and more comfortable here, and the other problem is, at least for BHOP, this is their own map pick. Now, what will Strife have on the T side? That's another question. But if it's anything more than 9 on the CT side, you have to be raising question marks if you are on BHOP.
Yeah, too. And I mean, last time when BHOP played on this map, I mean, it was actually their T sides that were the more dominant force, which is so weird and so different than what we're seeing right now. But I mean, you can't take anything away from Strife. They've had a pretty phenomenal CT side and really starting to get things woken up. Like I said, I mean, now they got themselves the half, but a big test here, and Sixy will have that AWP out again. Smoke wall is going to be used. Sixy going to throw the one further, and then one the extra one coming in close connector going to be there, and Fate's now going to try to see what he can find. Stanislaw leading this. There we go. So now they're going to be able to make this cross into secret. Not making much noise. So Fate's kind of on a guessing game. He doesn't even know if they're going to hit this.
They have to be aware of this push, and there's nobody, at least on the B side proper. Slide's keeping an eye on the ramp room push from Trophy, but there's nobody down on the lower site. This is a free plant at the very least for BHOP. And I'd be shocked if Strife want to go for a 5v5 retake. Whether it's A or B, that does not bode well for the CT side. But Strife has now got Slight positioned down towards B. He's got an eye on both double and radio. Now keeping an eye on too many different angles. Sixy catches the timing. Out through double doors. Gets a bit of a pixel angle. And he'll win that duel. Joel's has come down. There's no gap in that smoke. And this is where they have to make their move. Do they save or do they go? If they go, there will be trouble. But if they save, it might be double. At the very least, it would be a 5th on the board for BHOP. Flashes going in, utility being wasted, and nothing really coming from it. Silas now with another kill. A push out, it's all going the way of BHOP. Not one casualty, just chip damage on the stand. And Stamina has thought it enough. He's saving the op for Slight in the next round. Even though their money's pretty solid overall, but look who's waiting for him to walk out of coat room. None other than Sixy himself. A 5th on the board for BHOP. A confounding round. And Strife, potentially just a little too A-heavy, as it kind of has been conditioning from BHOP. They've consistently hit that A site or the outer yard, splitting towards heaven. They haven't necessarily gone for that B secret push all too often. Strife didn't think it was the play. Got caught off guard.
Oh, Deep Molly comes in from the CT side, but look at this, it's BHOP. They're just going to run on in. They're going to bulldoze this inner site. Beaky able to put that up into work now. A little bit of a different composition. The ball going to get planted. Straight now against a 3v5. Not much control they can work with. Their money is in a bit of shambles. I don't even want to... Well, it is shambles. I'm going to call it shambles. But now, I think they're just going to have to wave this white flag, and they're going to just have to wait another day. A simple execution. What we saw previously didn't work out. BHOP go for it again. Feels like a scrim. They're just practicing everything until it works right.
And here's the other thing, too. What was once concerning for BHOP has now turned into anything but, at the very least, it's a decent T side with 6 rounds on the board. At the best case scenario now, it's an 8-7 half with a strong finish, which gets BHOP 1 pistol round win away from tying things up at 8-all. That's a big extra kill by 6E as well. Takes down 1 extra gun. Although the money should still be enough here for Strife. Maybe they'll be a little lacking in terms of utility. And actually, they're going to be lacking the big green gun. That's an elephant in the room moment right there. We'll have 5 M4s. 6E will still have his op. This is where things get a little strange and a little tough for Strife, as they were on base for a very good CT half, and now that's all gone awry. But here comes Stamina to shut down the push. Wreck was the sacrifice. 6E goes down to Fates. And Spermy, what can he do? Left alone. He does manage 1, but he takes a bulk of damage for it. He should be taken out in the end, as the bomb is out on the A side. He has to go for it. Well, Fates is low, equal to him in terms of health. Joel's and Stamina both on full with Molotovs in their hands. Fates even has an HE. Nothing really that Spermy can do out of this one. And it will be a 9-6 half here, barring any miracles. No miracles! 9-6. See you in a bit. We're back here, folks. BHOP down 6-9. Strife. But they had a nice finish to the half, so I think as all's well that ends well for BHOP. And we'll see if they can bring this one a little closer with that CT side pistol. Fate's running out of Hut, but it's Stanislaw with a pair. And Silas chimes in with one more. Stan with the Hattie and the quad. Nice mop up there for BHOP. And that is how you win a CT pistol against an APOP.
Well, you blink the eye and it's over, and I guess that's what's gonna happen. And now we got ourselves an interesting one here, don't we, Boggs?
Oh yeah,
Zeus. I just see a Zeus.
Zeus?
Oh, okay,
yes, Joel has a Zeus.
Okay, all right. Let's see what he's got in store. Let's just watch Joel's. Let's just see.
Yeah.
How on earth do you get a Zeus kill on T side of Nuke? I'm curious. Oh, okay. Ooh,
He's waiting for a push.
playing a dangerous game. I like this.
Here we have a Joel's in his natural habitat, waiting for a push outside of Hut into lobby with the Zeus in hand. He's looking for a victim, but he doesn't have the strength to find him clean. He's going to wait for someone to walk into the trap.
In natural habitat.
It's a
Okay,
very
still
slow
waiting.
round.
This is such a slow round.
They're on Glocks, they're just sitting there.
I don't know why they have Glocks going outside. Like, why even bother? What's the point?
That's a good question. Why push Glocks outside? I don't know.
Do that. Do this. Go inside. Go ramp. Look at that. You get a kill. It's looking good. They took down Beaky. I'm with it.
He didn't get a Zeus. I'm sad now. I wanted the Zeus kill just for the noise. Just for the noise.
Wish we could hear Jacob. I wish everybody could just hear Jacob's sound effects.
Right. That would be perfect. It's too good of a content. That's your premium experience. It's a premium round there from BHOP, all things considered. Strife tried to bait him into pushing in, and the Glocks only got one kill, so overall BHOP aren't too fussed about that one. Strife will be on the AKs though here, Laz. They won't have an op. Again, it's T-side Nuke. Do you necessarily need the AWP? You really don't.
Nah, we ain't about that.
Not about that life.
Not about that life. We'll see what Strife want to go for. We saw a lot of BHOP trying to push some heavy aggression into the inside site, as well as even just kind of holding W and just hitting ramp. And now it looks like Strife are going to slow things down just a little bit. Got the lobby control, so no worry of a push from BHOP yet. No outside presence really at all. I mean, I think it's just the one lurk of Wreck. He's just kind of floating around, making sure nobody gets, you know, too adventurous here from BHOP. Pretty standard setup that we're seeing from the CT side as well as T, so definitely a feeler round.
Look at Beaky though, all the way through trophy.
Oh, there it is. I was thinking the aggression maybe, but Stan's gonna have to fall back. Good molly to just make sure there's no aggression again. And it's gonna be Slight that's able to find one, find two, okay. Just like that. The flash, he's able to get himself a third too. Now Strife. A slow round looking a little bit more heated. It's cooking now with some premium gas, and it's Stan now on a 1-on-4. Looking for the ace clutch situation, and he's just down to 13 HP, and I think he might be tucking the tail, and he's out of this one.
He's gonna try and save. I don't know if Strife are gonna try and hunt either. They don't have a lot of cash. Slight has the most, and that's because he got 3 kills. Just the slightest of openings completely demolishes the B or the A side defenses there. And Stan's just going to tuck behind this little water boiler, cooler area, tank of some sort. Don't necessarily know the intricacies of a nuclear plant, so I can't give you the technical definition of what that is. It's a container of some sort. That's my scientific definition of the day. And he's just going to sit and wait outside the authorized personnel door. Apparently he's not authorized personnel, so he can't go inside. There goes the explosion, and there goes Stanislaw. Fate's the one to put him down. Gets him there at the end. Not like after time really matters or anything, since it's on the CT side. But the kill does. As we can take a peek at the money over on BHOP, there's not much at all. There is nothing on Spermy. Beaky's down low, and BHOP are going for a very minimal investment of 1 deagle. And that is all. Strife. This is their golden opportunity for an 11th round to grow their bank, settle down here on that T side. Every casualty is going to give BHOP a little bit more life.
Yeah, what was it, like round 4 or 5? We saw that Strife were able to get an eco round.
Round 4.
Just because, yeah, round 4. Wow, so close. So close. Numbers, they just don't work.
No, it was round 3. Sorry.
Oh, this guy, liar. He's a phony. Okay, Silas. Ooh, he's getting aggressive. He could get the timing right. Ooh, just kidding. Jules is better. He's getting himself a nice double. Looking to get a big bite. Nade's coming in. Beaky now goes for a swing. He does some good damage onto Joel's, but not going to be enough. And Spermy just on top of Mustang, seeing what he can do. And then he's gone. Not enough stamina for that one. And that's going to be a nice double. So Strife gets themselves a clean 11th round. And we got the bye coming in now from BHOP.
That's what Strife wanted. Clean rounds, pristine rounds, and BHOP going to try and counter that with a buy of their own. Spermy's still on an MP9, so maybe a gimmick angle for him there. He's getting his full utility at the very least. And a diffuse kit. He has the one diffuse kit for BHOP, but somebody bought the diffuse kit. That makes me happy. So many times you see a team lose a round because they don't have a kit, even though somebody could have bought one. It's always painful. Won't have that pain this time, however. Lots of A presence here for BHOP. The nade going in. Gonna go too far, and they'll hear Stanislaw drop down the vents, because Joel's is, I believe, snuck on through. Or he might just still be in towards Squeaky. Either way. A pressure now coming through. Spermy on top. HUD is dropped. Silas back sight has fallen as well. 6 has the op, trying to go up through heaven, but he has a couple of eyes on his position, including utility now. He's backing off. BHOP surrendering already? Are they waving the white flag?
That's it. It's looking like it. Yeah, Danny wants nothing to do with this situation at all. I mean, you are going a 3-on-4 situation with the inner sight, and I mean, they only have, what, double smokes that they can work with? Beaky gets a good kill, takes down stamina, takes a chunk of damage, but nothing to really worry about. But they're going to let Strife have this 12th, and I don't disagree with this. I mean, considering, again, the money is quite low and you want to preserve those rifles as much as you can, right? And it's a tough pill to swallow, that's for sure, but nice clean take from Strife. Really impressive T-side so far.
It's a very impressive T-side coming out from Strife, and, well, Joel's will fall as well, so a little bit of an upgrade there for Stanislaw to the AK over the A1. But Strife, I had concerns about how their T-side would operate, given their stats and their history, but it's looking solid so far. Only really the pistol round again giving life to BHOP, and that's a big problem for them on the BHOP side. They need to get Danny's op activated too. If 60 can't get something done with the AWP, what's the point of having it? It really does make a big difference in terms of your ability to retake a site, as evidenced last round. If he has a rifle, probably can even try and fight with him before the bomb goes down. Because he has the one-shot machine, it's a lot more difficult. Joel's running with an MP5 of all things. A great flashbang from Stamina blinds both Spermy and Beaky, and they are gobbled up by the silenced SMG of all things, an MP5. But it worked. Joel's now to the FAMAS, and is that much of an upgrade? That's for you to decide. But 5v3 hold, again, this has to be a save from BHOP and a 13th on the board for Strife.
Oh no. I was just thinking 60 might be able to keep this op into rotation, and the CTs, they're nowhere near it. Silas might be able to salvage it if he can. Whoa, hang on. Whoa. What is going on? Now it's a 1v1. All of a sudden, Recky's got to get moving. The bomb's ticking. But you can see Stan, he goes for that fight, but he doesn't have enough time. Strife survived this. Somehow, some way, BHOP found a little bit of a gap. That one thread, and they just pulled in. They were almost able to get it all just unraveled.
Oh, BHOP were almost able to destroy the sweater. They pulled the string, they walked away. Strife, we're not left there. In the end, that was close. That was way too close for comfort. Strife got way too overzealous on the hunt. They pushed way too far off site. It almost cost them. They got lucky there was no kit there salvageable for BHOP. As if there was, if Stan had a kit, that round is over. It's gone. And there goes Beaky. Takes out Fates, at least on the early initial engagement. Spermy coming into hold. Good flashbang, but he's going to back off now. B's site open, at least in terms of the minds of Strife. There's 2 players already down here to the lower site, though, 60 and Silas. The op and the M4. This doesn't need to be a commitment, though, from Strife, and they're going to start probing down. There is a chance they go back towards the A side. It's a 2-2 split here for BHOP. This utility, this should signal the rotations. This should bring the troops coming back through. It's all a fake. They're going back towards A. If Stanislaw doesn't get more than one here, gonna open up that A side for a full-on blitz. Stan backing out, tosses in utility, gets one. Doesn't take a lot of damage. Joel's trying to trade, falls as well. Slight will trade, but now it's a 3v2 in the favor of BHOP. This is where they can now win the round. This is where they can now stabilize things and try and get back in the win column here. Time starting to turn into their favor too. Reckon Slight with a lot to do.
Yeah, they got their work cut out for them right now, but at least Reki does have that bomb into the rotation. They still got a bit of time right now. He's going to creep his way through. He's going to go in towards Secret. These players are quite spread apart from each other. This is a dangerous game we're seeing from them. Slight now going to go back into Heaven. Bomb might be going its way through Mini. Slight going to distinguish that. He has a bit of a one-way in a way, so now he can get himself through. Rek's going to be able to swing. Slight comes up big with a shot. Oh, and that one player missing it on the squeaky. He's got to get this plant down. Oh, he just gets to the last second. Slight's able to have his back. Slight again! The savior! Not all heroes wear capes. What this one's going to do, and Strife going to keep on this feat of 14.
That should have forced out a timeout from BHOP as well. Yes, indeed, sir. It's a timeout from BHOP, as they now have an economic situation to deal with. Do they force? Do they go for a half buy? Decisions, decisions, decisions. Plenty of decisions, and the decision is force! Buy what you can and pray for the best. They don't want to have to try and come back from down 7 rounds. They want to fight now and keep Strife at 14, but Strife have plenty of money. Aside from stamina, everybody else well in the green here. Slight's got his op, and he's got a bit of hero status as well. Perhaps hero title unlocked from the last round. Guardian Angel, that's for sure. This buy could have been worse here for BHOP. They have a couple of M4s, 3 to be exact. Utility's a little lacking, though. That's the major concern. Spermy drops. It should have been heard by Stamina, but Fates has the opener onto Beaky, flashing in from 6Z. No, he's not going to regress from here. Doesn't need to. Fates will actually get the op, but Stamina has opened up the A site. There's one more here, and he's gone. Stamina hitting heads, taking names, opening up sites, and opening up rounds. 6Z wondering what to do now as his teammates have all fallen around him, and there's no response he can really make. He's being hunted there by Stamina, who bags the 4th. He doesn't even take much damage either. 74 HP after all of that entering work. The 15-8 now for Strife. This is the risk they went for last round, BHOP. They bought fully in. It went all through. And now what do they have?
Don't have a whole lot right now, but man, we're seeing a lot here coming in alive from the IGL. Stamina doing great work. Now they're going to put some pressure back on outside. Some good Molotov use coming in from BHOP. Getting a little bit pincered though. Fate's going to be on top of Mini. And Stan's going to need to be careful in the timing here. 60 gets the opening duel, so he's going to take down the Opper. That's a massive pickup in terms of impact for the BHOP squad. Fate's actually going to fall on back. Jules is able to take down Spermy. So we're back to an equalized situation. Spermy getting quite aggressive. He actually pushed all the way outside. So BHOP now repositioning themselves once more. Look at the position Rek's in too. He's already in the vent. And Beaky just going to have to bank this in the back of the site.
It's a game of cat and mouse right now, but this trophy position could pay dividends. But Silence is forced away. Stamina is having himself a nice performance, leading the server in terms of kills. Ready to entry out onto the A side. He has the bomb, so at the very least, BHOP know where that's going. 6E trying to shut this down here. He spots out one. He cannot fully eliminate Fates. Those down to 13 HP. Push coming out on towards the main side. No, they're going to vent drop. The bomb's gone down. And Fates is just sitting there as a lurk. Beaky closing the doors, trying to get away. Stamina's up on sight. Dancing with death there. Beaky wins it. But in comes the reinforcements. 2v2. Silas sprays! But he cannot have his prayers answered yet. 1v1 Stan versus Joel's. Joel's running around, taps the bomb. Stan clearing out, knows it's not planted. Joel spotted, Joel's finished! And BHOP stay alive by a hair's breadth. Comes down to the in-game leader to clutch it up. He gets a little bit of an angle through that smoke. Time on his side. And a round on the board. Another purchase up from Strife here, however. They'll look to put this one to bed again. BHOP. They're around, they cannot afford to lose. First of 7 they require.
Gonna be MP9 in the hands of Silas, and Spermy stole the Falma, so again, they're just scraping the barrel what they can get. Money is not a factor here for the CT side. Like you said, Strife. They're rolling in the dough. Call them some bakers. Another execute coming in. The smokes and the mollies now gonna isolate parts of the outside corridor. They're gonna be able to obtain the control. 60 in the back here underneath Hell. Deep Molotov being used. Stan gonna get taken down with some damage, but it's gonna be Spermy that gets the trade under Joel's. So we're still at the 4 and 4. And now look at the positioning Strife's in. So now Fates has been able to get himself on the stairway. Oh, no way. No way. I was just gonna say he spots the gun, does he not? Okay, Rex, so he's got this, but he doesn't want to go for it. He will finally go for the spray. He takes down 60. An iffy angle, but that's a big pickup now. They have the player advantage, looking for another, and Wreck! He is just finding them, decimating them, and now it's just down to Stan and Spermy.
Oh man, what can they do here, lads? It's gonna be a rough situation. It's gonna be up to Spermy early to shut this one down. Sprays down one, but he cannot stymie it enough. It's gonna come down to Stanislaw now, leading by example once again. Spots out the arm. Does the gun block his vision? Yes,